Welcome back to Rhythm Guitar Book 2. This course focuses on open chords, strumming, and fingerstyle patterns. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Rhythm Guitar Book 2 that you can read from and write in. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. We're on page 20. In the last lesson, you learned some new chords and comping patterns, and in this lesson, you get to put them to use with a couple new rhythm charts. On top of page 20, we have all the chords you've learned so far in this book. Let's take a look at these real quick. We have our A minor, one of your new ones, your C chord, D7, E major or E, E minor, which you can play with fingers 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, and your E7, and your G chord. Right underneath those chords, we have number R27. This is a rhythm chart, and I'd like you to play this with your new strumming patterns and your new fingerstyle patterns. Let's look at the strumming patterns first. This is in 4/4 time, so the strumming pattern we can use from page 18, the 4/4 pattern, is the bass strum pattern, where you're counting bass, strum, bass, strum. Still thinking to yourself, 1, 2, 3, 4. Starts off on an A minor chord. Remember, that's a 5-string chord, so 5th string is going to be your bass. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 1, 2, 3, 4. In the third measure, we switch to an E major chord. That's another new chord. Remember, the E and the A minor have the same finger shape. They're just on different strings. So try to move your fingers all in a bunch when you get to the E chord, which is a 6-string chord, so that's where your bass is. And then back to an A minor, bass, strum, bass, strum. Moving to the second line, we have a C chord or C major chord. Remember that A minor and C share the first 2 fingers. Those are in common, so you just have to move your third finger to be in place for the C chord, a 5-string chord. We only have one measure of C, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That moves to a D7 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. To an E7, another new chord of yours. That's a 6-string chord. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third line switches to G major. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to an E7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the fourth line, we move to A minor. Moving from the E7, the 2 fingers from the E7 can just move, and then you place your third finger down for the A minor. 2 measures of A minor. Back to an E chord or E major. Fingers all move at the same time. And then 1 strum on this A minor. All the way through here we have slashes except for that last measure, so make sure that last measure you just play a whole note A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you're going to play this fingerstyle, we can use the pattern that's in 4/4 time on page 18. That's the P-A-M-I pattern. And that last one measure, P-A-M-I, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So it starts off again with an A minor, P-A-M-I, and then another measure of that. Moves to the E chord. Thumb now moves to your 6th string. And right back to your A minor, so move those fingers all in a bunch, and your thumb moves to the 5th string. Next line C, remember keep fingers 1 and 2 down, just move your third finger. P-A-M-I, moving to the D7, first finger's in common, thumb moves to the 4th string. P-A-M-I, and then your E7, P-A-M-I, and then another measure's worth of that to your G chord, 6-string chord, so thumb is on the 6th string. P-A-M-I, back to your E7, P-A-M-I. A minor on the 4th line, so thumb moves back to the 5th string, P-A-M-I. chord. And on this last A minor chord, you have your choice of just doing a strum with your thumb or a finger, or you could pluck all your fingers at once and get an A minor chord that way. I'm going to play this one for you twice. First time strumming and second time with the fingerstyle pattern, and I encourage you to play along so you can practice keeping a steady tempo. 1, 2, ready, play. One, two, ready, play. At the bottom of page 20, we have number R28. This one is in 3/4 time, and we have a couple patterns we can choose from page 18 for 3/4 time. First, let's look at the strumming pattern. This is going to be 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, or down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So it starts off on a G major chord. So down, down, up, down, and another measure's worth, down, down, up, down, switches to A minor, strum 5 strings only for the A minor, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, second line moving to the D7, remember you can keep your first finger down, swing your other 2 fingers over, and strum 4 strings, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, then D7 moving to G. Remember, you can use your third finger as a guide finger, so move that third finger over 1 and play 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then we have an E minor chord. I'm going to play this E minor with fingers 2 and 3 because we have the E chord coming up. So E minor, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now all I have to do is put my first finger down for the E chord. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Moving to an A minor. In the last line, we have 1 measure per chord, or 1 chord per measure. 1, 2, and 3, D7, 1, 2, and 3, then G chord, 1, 2, and 3, and then a dotted half note at the end. Remember, you just strum whatever pattern you're doing, you ignore that whenever you have a rhythm, just strum the rhythm. So 1, 2, 3. To play number R28 Fingerstyle, we're going to use the one on page 18 that's in 3/4 time, the P-I-M-A-M-I pattern. Remember, this is an 8th note, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. And if you can't do it that fast right now, that's okay. Just do it more like 1 and 2 and 3, and, but the goal is to get it fast and flowy. 1 and 2 and 3 and P-I-M-A-M-I. So we start off on a G major chord, P-I-M-A-M-I. That's one measure's worth, so we do another P-I-M-A-M-I. Move to an A minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and D7, keep the first finger, thumb moves to the 4th string, 1 and 2 and 3 and P-I-M-A-M-I, then back to a G with your guide finger. Move to an E minor. This time I'm going to take advantage of the fact that fingerstyle, you don't always have to play every single note of the chord. I don't need to place any fingers on strings 4 or 5 because I'm only plucking strings 6 and then 3, 2, and 1, having trouble counting. So I'm going to leave my fingers off the E minor and then just place them when it's time for the E. So E minor. And I have my fingers hovering and ready to go on the E chord. Moving to the A minor, move your fingers in a bunch. Thumb moves to the 5th string. To the D7. To G. And again, if you're playing fingerstyle on this last chord, you could strum it or pluck all your fingers at once. I'm going to play this one twice. The first time I'm going to strum it. Second time it's going to be fingerstyle. And as always, I encourage you to play along so you can work on keeping a steady tempo. And if my playthrough is too fast or too slow, you can just use a metronome and pick your own speed. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. 1, 2, and 3. One, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. Your assignment is to practice the rhythm charts on page 20 with your new strumming and fingerstyle patterns. Make sure you work on keeping a steady beat by playing along with the video or play along to a metronome so you can set your own tempo. Practice these rhythm charts until you're comfortable with them, maybe a week, more, a little less, and when you're ready, I'll see you on page 21 with a new lead sheet.